You pick up your phone to check a single notification. 45 minutes later, you're still scrolling through a feed of content you never intended to watch. This experience represents the intended outcome of a massive, heavily engineered system, one designed to prioritize platform retention over user intent. These platforms are accessible without a subscription because the business model treats human focus as a commodity to be quantified and sold. In the attention economy, your time is the currency. Once human focus became the primary source of revenue, tech companies began optimizing their software for a single metric: duration. They needed to identify exactly what keeps a person staring at a screen for the longest possible window of time. To achieve this, the industry moved beyond traditional software design and weaponized behavioral psychology, creating a digital environment specifically tailored to capture the human brain. Every second you spend at an app, the system tracks thousands of micro-behaviors. It records your scroll speed, images that make you pause, and when you skip a video. This data feeds into a massive physical infrastructure. These server racks power machine learning systems that process billions of data points to map out your specific psychological triggers. These algorithms are not programmed to value your well-being or your productivity. They are optimized ruthlessly for raw engagement. The modern internet has become an active, intelligent machine that constantly adjusts its own code to hack your motivations. The engine driving this behavior is dopamine. While often associated with pleasure, dopamine's biological role is actually to manage motivation and the anticipation of a reward. When your phone vibrates, it creates a sudden spike in curiosity. Your brain releases dopamine in anticipation before you even touch the device. To keep this cycle moving, apps rely on a psychological concept called variable rewards, the power of the unpredictable. If every post was consistently entertaining, you would grow accustomed to the pattern and interest would fade. The infinite scroll makes the next post a gamble. You never know if the next swipe will be shocking or dull, forcing you to keep pulling the lever. Unpredictability is an architectural feature of the feed, designed to keep your dopamine circuitry firing indefinitely. This design logic was not invented by Silicon Valley. It was perfected decades ago by the casino industry. The infinite scroll operates on the same behavioral principles as a slot machine, using randomized payouts of hits to prevent the user from walking away. The rise of short-form video on platforms like TikTok and Instagram represents the most intense optimization of this loop yet. By compressing the reward cycle into 10-second bursts, these formats flood the brain with high-density novelty and emotional triggers every few moments. We have effectively placed hyper-optimized digital slot machines into the pockets of billions of people. There are physical consequences to this constant stimulation. Through neuroplasticity, the human brain rewires its pathways to accommodate this extreme level of digital novelty. This adaptation resets the brain's baseline for what it considers stimulating. This creates a unique risk for younger generations whose neurological habits are forming entirely within these algorithm-driven loops. When tasks like reading a book or having a deep conversation feel boring, it is often a sign of biological withdrawal from the rapid-fire stimulation the brain has come to expect. The ultimate cost of the attention economy is the systematic fragmentation of our capacity to focus. Social media operates as an engineered environment that demands active, conscious defense from the user. Understanding these invisible mechanics strips the dopamine loop of its power, allowing for a transition from passive consumption to intentional control. As algorithms increasingly dictate the digital landscape, the ability to direct your own focus has become a rare and vital asset. Protecting that autonomy is an act of rebellion.